And we are live. Hello, Glenn. Good to see you on. Don't mind me, I'm a little bit tired. I'm going to do one more leaf and then we're going to cut it off because right here is all the further length we've got. And I want to leave enough to do a proper trim for the tail, or the fringe at the end of the tail. And Megan apparently does like calling this the foxtail braid, so that's good to know. All right, and in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's weird. I don't know if I'm too far forward, but that just felt a little weird. And in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on top. Under the last one on the bottom. And down to the bottom. Left side, in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And up to the top. And in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. And the last one on the bottom. And here we are. By the way, also streaming with Megan managed to push me finally up over my upper subscriber limit. So that was really nice. Melee Cormier says, hey, yeah. And Glenn says, hey, Melee. So I have everything I need to tie this one off as soon as I'm done. So I'll do that. And then this will be ready to head out. And I just realized I did these on the... No, I just forgot. I just put that on the top. I should have gotten that. Okay, good. We're good to go. No major mistake. All right. And in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom. And up to the top. Anyway, I'm doing just the overhead view because I'm going to do the cutoff today. And in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. And do the last one on the bottom. I'm also really tired or sleepy tonight, which I think is due to the fact that I went back to work and just getting back into the work routine. In through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom. And to the top. And in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. Under the last one on the bottom. And let's just do a comma slide and remove the face. So after I get this one done, I'll probably do some more of the mini Legos. That's Legos, not Lagos. And I got to work on Hayden's braid. Did I? Yep, I did it again. Put that one on the top when it should have been on the bottom. Okay. No major issue with that, though. I'm a little more tired than I was expecting to be. But this shouldn't take all that long. I'm only doing one leaf. All right. And in through 2, 1 and 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom. Up to the top. And in through 2, 1 and 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. I'll do the last one on the bottom, not the last 2 on the bottom. There we go. And down to the bottom over here. And in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the bottom. To the top. And in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. Onto the last one on the bottom. This one stays on the bottom. There we go. And 1, in through 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, my count's wrong somewhere. In through 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And up to the top. In through 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. And the last one on the bottom. And top down to the bottom. And in through 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom. And up to the top. 4 on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. And the last one on the bottom. And down there. All right, in through 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom. Up to the top. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top. And the last one on the bottom. All right, and in through 8 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. The leader knots are up so high, I have a hard time doing this by touch anymore. I think that's the issue. In through 8 and 1, 2, 3 on top. And the last one on the bottom. And in through 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. Up to the top. And 3 on the top, 1, 2, 3 on the top, and the last one on the bottom. And into 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. And up to the top. For those that have been watching the Murderbot Diaries, I've been re-listening to the audiobooks for that. Apparently, I missed one in through 8 and 1, 2, 3 on the top. So I've got an entirely new one I'm listening to. I also haven't gotten the last one yet, so I still have another new one after that, and one that I've read in between. All right, and into 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. It's been really fun listening to them. I've also seen all of the 1, 2, 3, the episodes that have been released so far. I think we're up to number 3. And I'm actually watching them with Mrs. Tornin, our roommate. And through 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. It's fun having something that we all can watch. And into 8 and 1, 2, 3 on the top. Skarsgård is a really good Murderbot. All right, and into 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. Almost to the speed round portion. Up to the top. Through 8 and 1, 2, 3 on the top. And the last one on the bottom. Well, not quite to the speed round. I got a little bit more to do than that. All right, and at the color transition, 1, 2, 3, 4. To the top. And color transition, 1, 2, 3 on the top. And the last one on the bottom. All right. And next 4 are 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. Let me catch up with chat real quick here. And Gwen says, yay, more subscribers. Also picked up 2 more since then. Hey, got 12 people watching now. 6 Twitter, 6 YouTube, and 1 other person on Rumble. Okay. I've already set the redirect to Megan's stream for tonight. I think she's probably already started it. All right, and he says, I got back from my run just in time for the stream. Thank you for that. Gwen says, woohoo, great timing, Melee. Philip Martin's on. Hey, Philip says hello. Hey, Philip, good to see you. And Millie says, hey, Philip Martin. All right. And yep, we are 1 and 2 on the bottom. Let's get this untwist up to the top. And 1 on the top. Under the last one on the bottom. But yeah, Megan should have this by the weekend, hopefully at the latest. Which means I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to get ready to package up and send out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that goes up to the top. And 1 on the top. Under the last one on the bottom. There we go. And 1 and 1 on the bottom. To the top. And 1 on the top. Under the last one on the bottom. There we go. And 1 and 2 on the bottom. And 1 on the top. Under the last one on the bottom. Go. Yeah. Gonna have to roll this one. Sorry about knocking the camera around. Apologize for that. All right, and back there. It's going to need a little bit more unroll or it's not going to make it over the other rail. All right, and right for the right again. 1 and 2 on the bottom. Come on, you can untwist. There we go. Up to the top. And 1 on the top. Under the last one on the bottom. And 1 and 2 on the bottom. Up to the top. And 1 on the top. Under the last one on the bottom. One and 1 on the bottom. Up to the top. And 1 on the top. And the last one on the bottom. And 1 and 1 on the bottom. To the top. This is the one I said would need a little bit more unroll. It looks like it needed even more. And 1 on the top. And the last one on the bottom. And it's probably time for another coma slide. Fix the gap. and then we're ready for our speed round. All right, and on the bottom, under the color change, to the top, and straight through, and top down to the bottom once it untwisted, and under the color change, and top, and straight through, and top down to the bottom, and under the color change, and up to the top, and straight through, and top down to the bottom, and under the color change, bottom up to the top, straight through, and top down to the bottom, and under the color change, bottom to the top, straight through, top down to the bottom, and under the color change, and bottom up to the top, and straight through, and top down to the bottom, and under the color change, and bottom up to the top, and straight through, and top down to the bottom, and under the color change, up to the top. Since it's the last on this side, don't have to pull it out and redo it. Just let it untwist, and top down to the bottom. And the right, under the color change, bottom up to the top, can leave it there, and top down to the bottom. And left side, under the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And come on. You can untwist. Yeah, it looks like we may need a little bit of assistance on this one. There we go. And from the outside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on top. Don't go under anything on the bottom. And still stays at the top. All right. So 6 more after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. That's it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top. Nothing under the bottom. I am sorry if you guys saw that this stream was going to be yesterday, and then it shifted again real quick to today. The reason that is I had forgotten that we were having birthday dinner for our roommate. So needed to be there for that. I thought it'd be rude to like drop out in the middle to go stream. So thank you for your understanding if you saw that. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top, nothing under the bottom. It's actually getting easier to feed my hand through the leader portion rather than the colored threads. All right, let me catch up. Ooh, behind here. Bailey says, how was Karen Reed trial day? I wasn't able to watch it. Yeah, I was listening to Murderbot instead. And Gwen says, Philip Martin, hello. And Gwen says, Karen Reed, I have no words right now. Bailey, how awful was it? And for defense or the Commonwealth? And Gwen says, you have to watch yourself. This witness was, I would say, unique, but he's like other Commonwealth witnesses in certain ways. Oh, you mean like sleazy and grimy? And Millie says, was it the CW dog expert? And Gwen says, we'll have to wait and see what Judge Bev says in the morning about a couple things. I'm pretty sure they'll all be bad. That's typical. Gwen says, nope, Dr. Wenchler, the previous guy's boss we've been waiting for. Ah, that guy. Okay. And Millie says, I start at 8 tomorrow. And Gwen says, Dre was told 10 a.m. for tomorrow. And Marmar, hey, Marmar, the dog expert hasn't shown up yet. EDB suspects the Commonwealth will be using him as a rebuttal witness. And Mary says, hey, good to see you, Marmar. All right. And let's see. Okay. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. Pass it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top, nothing on the bottom. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top. Nothing under the bottom. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. This is going to be fun. And that's the one. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on top, nothing under the bottom. I'm going to stop just one move short on this one. Okay. They're really wanting to go to the floor these days. All right. Okay, and start on the right side again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on top. Nothing under the bottom. And left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on top. Nothing under the bottom. 2 more sets of moves, and we are done. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top. Nothing under the bottom. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top. All right. And the way this braid is, I'm not going to do my usual, like cut it all off before I start doing the wraparound, because since it goes here so narrow, I think it'll actually work better if I leave it on here, at least to get it started. All right. And I already got my Tama pre-prepped. Catch up real quick here. Let's see. And Mama says, I love Murder Bot. I watched the first few episodes of the show, and I wish some things had been done differently, but it's pretty good so far. I see you've read them before this. And Mama says, hey, Melee, Gwen, Philip Martin, Torrin. Melee says, on Netflix, Marmar? I think it's Apple. Yeah, Marmar says it's Apple TV. I may or may not start a free trial to watch it. My cell phone service is supposed to have a free subscription to Apple TV. I tried to do it. I was able to log in once, and I couldn't log in again. And apparently my Apple account that I created for this has been locked out, and they won't unlock it. So I got to call T-Mobile and deal with that. Mela Cormier says, oh, okay, thanks, Marmar. And Marmar says, you're welcome. All right, so let's get the thread started on here. Get unwrapped enough that I can thread the needle. Right. Get a needle. Remember, right? Thinner works better than thicker. If I remembered, I should have put a pair of needle nose pliers up here, because sometimes it's pretty hard to. And I just had a needle fall on the floor. I have to make sure to pick that up before I call it a night, so that nobody winds up stepping on it later. All right, did that get through? Nope. Completely missed it the first time. Yeah, that's not going to work. Should get one of those little feed through wire things. relatively small eye, but needs to pass through a lot of layers or a lot of threads. Is the eye too small? Or am I just gone blind? Let's try and get a little bit more light on this. Sorry if it's a little bit bright for you folks. But my aged eyes need a little bit of help. I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that I got to get a larger eye hole for the thread I've got. Maybe change the hands. I can line it up with the eye, I just can't get it through. I think I'm going to have to switch to a larger needle. Yep. Let's put that one back in. This one's got a larger eye. There we go. And now my eye's burning. Catch up real quick here. Let's see. Beltmont says better find the needle on purpose rather than with your foot. Yep. All right. Okay. Got that through there, and just need to do a quick tie off to start off with. One. Not sure I got that one, an actual knot there. Okay, that's definitely one. And one more, just to be safe. There we go. And after I do that, do another push through. All right, and Mrs. Torn had me get a nice set of scissors for my work, so I don't have to keep borrowing hers. There we go. I just do not want to cooperate. Though the remote here for the light has a magnet on the back, so that actually makes it a little easier. All right, and the reason I switched to using a tama rather than the spool itself is because it's much easier to then do it this way. And keep a nice tight loop on here. After I get this done, what I usually do is I'll wash this with some cold water and some gentle detergent, and then let it dry, comb out the tail, and then give it a trim. All right. And since the way the tails hook up together, it's easy to keep this one centered where I need to. I don't have to use as much thread to get a nice looking band on it. Almost threw it on the floor again. Sorry, just trying to focus on what I'm doing here. Actually, I probably didn't have to do the last of the weaving portion. I would have been fine if I left it at this straight, but I'm not going to undo it now. It's looking really nice on the wraparound. Actually, that's probably enough there. It looks nice and good. Let's give myself enough so I can thread the remainder of it so tight. All right. And give that a nice snip there. And go back to our needle. Give me a second here, folks. I don't know if it's allergies or whatnot, but my eyes do not want to cooperate tonight. Almost there. Nope, just pulled it out. It's really fun to do this with one eye closed and no depth perception. All right, was that through? Yep, that was through. Good. All right, and gonna do a quick little knot here so the needle doesn't fall off until I'm done. I don't want it to like pull out. All right, let's see, how long do I got it? All right. Should be long enough for me to. Hopefully that'll hold. All right. And slide that through there. And all right. Stabbing my finger there. And probably ought to get a thimble for this. All right. There's some pliers. Give me a second. I'm going to grab those and also get some Kleenex so I can see what I'm seeing. I want to stumble around here. I just damaged my monitor. Oh, not too bad. Let's see. That sucks. Okay, at least I can see what I'm doing now. And yeah, it's definitely a scratch on the monitor. It's going to suck, but not going to be too horrible. I think I can get like some sort of polish or something like that to fix the scratch. It just annoys me. All right. Let's see. Armor says my dad's always been the one to find needles with his feet. He would always end up with a fork that had a bent tie and drove him batty. Sorry about that. When it says having that's cinched in spot sure helps with wrapping and staying nice and neat. Yes, it does. Hey, Drew's Life, nice to see you on. Welcome, welcome. And Drew's Life says a long time no see. And Tracy Rutledge says I love that. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that definitely makes it easier. All right. Okay. Looks like that knot's getting to have an issue. So we're probably about ready to do our final tie off. All right, there we go. And get that down through there. Oops. And catch the needle on the far side. And there we go. All right, time to cut these off. Let's do these two at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't really know why I need to count these, but yeah, I can probably do 4 at a time. Open the light. And with as weak as my grip is, having a hard time doing more than 4, or even just doing the 4. But we're almost there. All right. And we'll do the rough trim. Let's go ahead and take this one out here. And because I don't want to mess up the nice scissors here. And you have a good one, Drew's Life. Always cutting away from myself. There we go for that one. And there. Knife is put away. All right, and that's a good rough cut length about there. Just cut it in the basket here. All right. Let me go ahead and get a good view for this for the camera. It's too much light. All right. And we'll probably trim the length to about here for the fringe. We don't have it too long so it gets tangled up. But nice band there. All right, and let's go ahead and give it a measure so we can let Megan know how long it is. All right, starting at 1. "38 inches. I think I did pretty good for getting close to 3 feet and 2 inches. My estimation's pretty good. Oops, sorry, let me. Get you a nice close up here. Let's see. Let's get. Yeah, we got our nice little articulation here for. I hope Megan really enjoys this. It looks pretty good, I think. All right. Sorry, don't mean to be all out of focus. Let me go ahead and already have the redirect in place. Catch up with chat, and we'll wish you folks a good day. All right. Tracy Rutledge, welcome. You do beautiful work. Thank you very much. And Drew's Life was heading out. And Gwen says, hello, Tracy Rutledge. And Manny says, please don't cut yourself. Yep, I am very careful, always cutting away from me. And Gwen says, so you put a warning up at this point. Gwen says, looks great. Philip Martin says, I stepped away from it, just finished the braid. Yes, I did. And Mary says, looks awesome. And Philip says, very nice looking. And Gwen says, Megan's going to love it. Yep, I'm looking forward to sending it to her. And Tracy Rutledge says, she's going to love it. All right, I am going to go ahead and head out because I am really tired, but we got the braid done. It's only took about an hour today to finish it off. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I'm pretty sure Megan's going to enjoy it quite a bit. So I'll just, like I said, I'm just going to wash it. I'll cut the, probably about here is where I'll cut the length for the tail. Tracy Rutledge says, hi, Gwen. And I'm going to redirect you folks to Megan. I've already set up the redirect. It was good to have you folks on. May stream tomorrow, but more likely Thursday, and it'll be a Lego stream. So, folks, as always, everybody stay safe and happy braiding.